If you are tired of noisy, fragmented security stacks, this review of Aikido Security will show you a different path. Aikido is an application security posture management platform that unifies code scanning, cloud security, and runtime protection so you can see, prioritize, and fix real risk without drowning in alerts. The company highlights a reduction in false positives of up to 95% thanks to smart triaging and context-aware analysis, and adoption by more than 50,000 organizations. Let us start with the problem Aikido is designed to solve. Most teams assemble a patchwork of point tools: Snyk or similar for dependency scanning, SonarQube or SonarCloud for code analysis, Trivy for containers, GitLeaks for secrets, plus separate tools for infrastructure as code and cloud misconfigurations. Each tool creates its own alerts, its own dashboard, and its own learning curve. Duplicates appear across systems, and without context, everything looks equally urgent. Developers lose hours investigating non-issues and juggling conflicting results. Aikido consolidates these functions into one platform. You connect your source code repositories and cloud accounts, and Aikido orchestrates scans across your code, dependencies, containers, infrastructure as code, and cloud configurations. Findings are normalized, so you get one canonical view instead of 5 dashboards that disagree with each other. This is the core value proposition: a single source of truth for application security posture, tied to the context of where your code runs. A key question is whether Aikido uses AI, and how. The answer is yes, but in a focused way. Aikido blends rules, heuristics, and machine learning to rank and filter findings. It correlates evidence from multiple scanners, deduplicates overlapping alerts, and applies context such as code reachability, deploy environment, asset criticality, and the presence of runtime signals to decide whether an issue is likely exploitable. It also validates secrets to weed out test tokens or dead keys. The outcome is fewer false positives and a list that pushes truly actionable work to the top of the queue. From a workflow perspective, onboarding is straightforward. You authenticate to GitHub, GitLab, or Bitbucket, select repositories, and allow Aikido to scan. For cloud security, you add read-only connectors to providers like AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud to assess misconfigurations and identity risks. For containers and infrastructure as code, Aikido examines Docker files, Kubernetes manifests, and Terraform templates to catch insecure defaults before they land in production. Results are centralized and can be synchronized with Jira, GitHub issues, Slack, or Microsoft Teams, so developers do not need to change their daily tools. It first normalizes findings from different engines, often using standard formats such as serif, and collapses duplicates that refer to the same underlying vulnerability. It then enriches each item with context: CVSS severity, package and version data, whether the vulnerable function is actually invoked, whether the component is used in a production build, whether a compensating control or configuration mitigates the issue, and where the asset is deployed. For secrets, it checks validity and scope to avoid chasing dead credentials. For cloud, it correlates identity and network exposure to judge exploitability. This multidimensional view drives the prioritization you see in the dashboard and in tickets. What scanners and coverage should you expect? In source code, you get SAST to catch insecure patterns, SCA to find vulnerable dependencies, and secrets detection to prevent credential leakage. In infrastructure, you get checks for container images and IAC misconfigurations so you can shift left. In cloud, you get posture assessment for accounts and services to find risky configurations. Runtime inputs, when available, sharpen prioritization by tying findings to what is deployed and active. The exact catalog of rules and frameworks evolves, but the unifying theme is breadth across the software lifecycle with a developer-first experience. Developer experience matters because security must fit into shipping software. Aikido integrates into pull requests and CI pipelines so you can fail builds on critical issues or block merges when policies demand it. It offers quick fix guidance and links to vulnerable lines of code, package upgrades, or IAC changes. Suppression workflows let you document accepted risks with expiration and ownership so you can track what is waived and why. Over time, dashboards show remediation trends, mean time to remediate, and coverage across repositories and services, supporting both engineering goals and executive reporting. How does Aikido compare with alternatives? If you already use Snyk, SonarQube, or SonarCloud, Trivy, and GitLeaks, Aikido's case rests on consolidation and correlation. It saves time by removing duplicates and providing one place to triage. Against repository-native tooling like GitHub Advanced Security or GitLab Ultimate, Aikido offers a vendor-agnostic view across multiple version control systems and clouds, which helps large or hybrid organizations. Versus cloud-first CNAPP vendors such as Wiz, Prisma Cloud, or Orca Security, Aikido comes from the code-first side, connecting code, build, cloud posture, and runtime signals. If your priority is deep cloud entitlement or agent-based runtime detection at massive scale, a specialist CNAPP may go deeper. If your priority is developer-centric, end-to-end visibility with less noise, Aikido is compelling. Pricing and packaging change, but Aikido publishes plan details on its website and supports self-serve trials for fast evaluation with sales-assisted options for larger organizations. A practical rollout sequence is to connect a subset of high-value repositories and a non-production cloud account, establish a baseline, tune policies to meet your risk appetite, and then expand coverage. Configure pull request checks to stop critical regressions while allowing non-blocking informational issues, and measure improvements in mean time to remediate as a success metric. What are users saying? Feedback commonly highlights lower alert fatigue, faster triage, and a clear developer-friendly interface. Teams appreciate the ability to correlate code and cloud findings, to push tickets with context to the right owners, and to track posture changes over time. Typical critiques include a learning curve to tune policies for very large monorepos, occasional gaps where a highly specialized point tool still offers niche checks, and the need for care when suppressing legacy issues after migration. Who is Aikido best for? Engineering-led organizations that want to unify AppSec without building a complex toolchain. Startups and scale-ups that need broad coverage quickly. Platform teams consolidating security data for executives and auditors. It is also a fit for multi-cloud or multi-repo environments where a vendor-neutral, consolidated dashboard reduces operational overhead. It may be less ideal if your top requirement is the deepest possible coverage in one vertical domain, like only cloud entitlement management, where a single-purpose product might be stronger. Security outcomes are what matter. With Aikido, you can expect fewer duplicate alerts, clearer priorities, and faster remediation, which translates into lower risk and less developer friction. By correlating evidence across code, build, cloud, and runtime, it aligns security with how modern software is actually built and operated. The result is a calmer, more actionable signal that helps you ship faster without sacrificing safety. If you are evaluating platforms now, create a short proof of concept. Pick 3 critical services, connect their repos and cloud resources, import issues into your existing ticketing system, and measure how many alerts are dismissed as non-actionable, how long triage takes, and how quickly critical issues reach production owners. If Aikido's triage dramatically cuts noise and speeds fixes, you have your business case. That is the essence of Aikido Security, an ASPM platform that unifies scanning and context, uses AI-assisted triage to reduce noise, and integrates with the tools developers already live in. For many teams, it's a practical way to turn fragmented security signals into a single, trustworthy flow of work.